right. Thanks for having me back up here. Luckily, Mark mentioned that there was not going to be a second song before my meditation. Otherwise, I would have just been sitting there for a long time wondering why nothing was happening. All right. When I realized that I get to share a meditation during the Summer of Sound, I thought, perfect. I have very strong opinions about music that almost nobody wants to hear. So thank you all for giving me 3 to 5 minutes where you're socially obligated to listen. Music has shaped my life more than any other form of art or entertainment. If I had it my way, I'd always be listening to music. I could talk for hours about the different parts of my life that music influences, from entertainment all the way to escapism. My favorite music is that which takes me on a journey. But like climbing a mountain, it can be a challenging trudge before the vista reveals itself. As I've gotten older, my taste in music has become increasingly questionable, at least according to everyone else. I listen to mostly extreme metal, black metal, death metal, and all of the wonderfully confusing subgenres beneath them, oftentimes with descriptions like dissonant or avant-garde. If you've never heard it before, imagine someone putting a washing machine full of silverware through a wood chipper while a demon howls from the bottom of a well. I love it. For as long as I can remember, those close to me have asked why I like this music, and until I wrote this meditation, I've never really had a good answer. I don't love it because it's loud or aggressive. I love it because it's mysterious. Most of my favorite albums didn't make sense the first time I heard them. Honestly, some of them still don't make sense, even after dozens of listens. But eventually, something happens. Hidden melodies begin to emerge from the layers of muck. I start to notice relationships between different musical themes. What originally sounded like chaos slowly becomes coherent. The music didn't change, I did. And somewhere along the way, I realized that this is exactly what I want from art. I don't want art that explains itself immediately. I want art that trusts me enough to grow into it. I want art that continues to reveal new meaning depending on where I am in life. The more I thought about that, the more I realized that's true of most things I value. I like leather jackets that don't look their best on day one. They become more beautiful after years of being worn. I like boots that hurt when they're new, but slowly break in and become molded to my feet, eventually displaying a history of my journeys. I like a well-worn book with creased, dog-eared pages and coffee stains on the cover. I want lived-in expressions of a life of experiences that shape and tarnish. I don't want polish, I want patina. Apparently, I've built kind of a life philosophy about things that get better with age, and I don't think that's an accident. I've realized I'm drawn to things that reveal themselves slowly, things that ask for patience, things that refuse to give me everything immediately. And I also recoil from immediate answers on the topics of spirituality. I'm comfortably agnostic, accepting and even preferring the mystery of not knowing. Because of this, people are often surprised to hear that I pray every morning and night. I don't know exactly what happens when I pray. Maybe I'm speaking into the attentive ear of a loving Creator. Maybe I'm speaking into the void. Honestly, I don't know, and I've become surprisingly okay with not knowing. For me, the value of prayer isn't found in certainty, it's found in practice. Every morning I begin my day with gratitude. Then I remind myself of the kind of person I hope to be that day. Every evening I return to gratitude and reflect on the day that just happened. Whether someone is listening matters less to me than the fact that I'm listening. I'm listening to my own heart. I'm listening to my own intentions, listening to the ways I succeeded and the ways I still have room to grow. I've come to realize that mystery isn't something to be feared or solved. Mystery is something to be appreciated. Maybe that's why I still love those strange, difficult albums that take years to understand. They're good practice. They remind me that some of the most meaningful things in life don't reveal themselves all at once. Sometimes the mystery isn't standing in the way of the truth. Sometimes the mystery is part of the truth. And for me, that's not frustrating. I think it's beautiful. Now, if anybody would like some music recommendations after the gathering, I'll be hovering by the small bites table. Thank you.